So as I've mentioned in weeks past, it's time for firewood. Are you ready? Do you have your gear? Let's go. So as I've mentioned in past weeks, it was going to be firewood season, and for us, that means a lot of wood. So you can see behind in the truck I've got 2 chainsaws, a pair of Kevlar chaps, a helmet over here on the side, and it's got earmuffs and that to help with sound. And of course I wear better eyewear than this to cut wood with. So we run 3 different chainsaws here. We have a 14-inch Echo brand that Nikki mostly runs with, and that's just because it's lightweight and very easy to use. We have a 16-inch Homelight that we brought from Mississippi, which is like 10, 12 years old, that we've had forever, and it still runs. Thankfully, we've kept maintenance up on it. And then the big guy right here, or here, that is a 20-inch Husqvarna Rancher. Now, we just got that a couple years ago because doing the volume of firewood that we do, the 14 and 16 inch just weren't doing it. We got into some large trees, especially when we went and cut on our neighbor's property and trying to help him clear his land. So you can see behind in the truck, we have some donuts already, and these are from down trees that our neighbors knocked down when they were doing some dozer work for their road. And then beyond this, we start doing some splitting. Now, once everything is donated up and put in the truck, I typically dump them up here. Now, this is off the side of the road, so if I pan around, you can see the barns behind. So this is on the far end of the front of our property. It's off in some woods. Got the tractor, and you see the bucket is already loaded with wood. We've got another pile here that's already split, and then I just basically pull up in the truck off the side of the road. I chuck out the donuts, and then, let me go the other way. So right here is split. So you can see the axe with the yellow handle. That's just a 2-pound axe, pretty simple to do. Not really, I guess splitting wood is not that hard, but that's just a 2-pound axe. Plenty for me to split rather than something like a 5-pound, which takes a little more effort, but it will hit the wood harder because it's got more momentum. So it's kind of up to you what you want to use. I always think a 2-pound for me personally is pretty good. So then once everything's split, you can see now we got to put it back in the wood bin. So 2 wood bins, this is what we had last year, and we filled both of these to the very front brim. So it's 6 stacks in there all the way in. It's about 3 cords or so, about 1.5 cords, somewhere in there for each one. So we've got some wood here that will be placed in here, and then we've got to fill this other one up. That will get us through this winter. No matter what comes about, we will be pretty safe with this. And if that doesn't work, I've got a 3rd one over here. So if you don't know how to make these, or you're interested in making these and haven't seen it yet, I'll post a link up in the top corner. This is the first video we put up last year, and these are simple cattle panel wood bins, tarp, and a base, and they will keep your firewood ready. So I'm out doing goat fences, and they should be right there. You turn your back for 5 seconds, goats are gone. I've got 2 babies over here screaming. Where's your Frankie's babies? Where's Frankie? I don't know. The hunt is on now. Now I've got to go find the goats. That was only a minor disaster. Goats in the barn, wrong barn, trash cans. It doesn't get any better. So you can see we finished their fence up. They're out chewing happily. What we did really, I just spin around. So we shortened the fence from the back piece here and kind of blew it out one of the sides. So this will probably be the last fence we do for the year, but you can see they're out eating sagebrush and everything they can put their mouths on. Even babies, they're still going outside the fence. I don't think they'll ever end until they're just too fat to fit between the fence posts. Also, with the amount of snow that we get here, get the 60 inches and that, it's also good to have a second 4-wheel drive. So, you know, Nikki's got her Bunny Mobile, which is the brown Suburban that we had the transmission replaced. And we had thought about getting a second Suburban versus a truck, and we just weren't really sure we wanted to. Well, karma intervened, and we kept an eye out, and this one showed up. We picked it up 4 days when it was on Craigslist. So this is a 2003 Suburban, full leather, premium audio, all that stuff, and the transmission was just replaced with a 100,000-mile warranty. So 2 transmissions means we are going to rock it this winter.
Well, yesterday I went to the fairgrounds and helped our superintendent of small animals and 4-H put together 84 cages. And my assistant leader came, 2 of my 4-H kids. I have the very gnarly blizzard to prove that we put a lot of cages together. So this week kicks off Fair Week. That means not a whole lot of work around the homestead for me this week. We will be into Klamath Falls every single day. I've got rabbits delivered to my cold buyer tomorrow, but then I've got cage cleaning Tuesday, check-in Wednesday, showing Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and sale on Sunday. So not a whole lot going to be happening around here for me. I will be off playing with bunnies at the county fair.
So with Nikki saying she's going to be at fair all week, that means I'm running the farm, just maintaining everything. Probably means just splitting wood and keeping things alive, watering the garden and that. So not a lot going on next week, but I think everything's going to be okay. So we'll see what we get into next week. And that's what we're up to this week. Firewood, goat farms, fencing, firewood. Did I say firewood already? Because it's kind of important around here. So that's it for this week on Sprague River Homestead. We'll see you next time.
How far can we get if we sail a little bit high, a little bit low? We're still a little bit young, but I'm all